Hi everybody. Good afternoon to all of you and welcome to the session. In today's session, we will be doing logical DI, right? And it is essentially a way to find out how good you are with respect to the cat level set. So we'll be discussing one cat level set today, right? And the essential goal is that we want to understand, or I want to show you how are you supposed to solve the set. All right. So that is the goal. What is the optimum way to approach the set, and what is the what kind of sets actually come in the exam. So that is the essential goal, right? And so I'm just going to share my screen and we'll start the session right away. There is no pre-theory required to attend this session. All right. So if you are a new student, that's okay. If you're an older student, that's great. There is no sort of theory which you need to do to attend the session. It's just you want to be attentive and you want to understand things in a good manner. All right. That is all. Just keep an open mind, keep a pen and paper. That is all I'll request you, right? And everything else will come naturally. Okay. So coming to the session, let me share my screen. I hope this is visible. I'm going to share the page wherein I have, wait, oops, yeah, wherein I have my set. Okay. So just a moment. Let me just place this properly. This is not required. Okay, wait. Just a minute. Let me just fix the orientation of this. Just a moment, guys, and then we'll start with the discussion. All right. So I hope everybody has gotten their pen and paper also so that they can start solving along with me, right? We'll keep this a short session, probably a 45-minute session, right? And of course, after this, you'll have a small break also, wherein you guys can have your lunch and all. And then, of course, you'll be having Vanessa's session, right? Anyway, so coming back uh, to the session. So let's start. So Rayansh is a numismatist. Okay, he is basically somebody who likes to collect things. Okay, and all. So I'm not going to go deep into the meanings and all, but let's focus on the set. So he had a collection. Wait, what's that? That's not. Oh, sorry. Just a second. Wait, this is not. Just a second, guys. This is weird. This should not happen. I don't know why this is redirecting to the eraser. Wait, uh, worst case I can use this, but okay, that is weird. Okay, so for that, we'll use the zoom's annotation. That's not an issue. Okay, no problem. So can you just confirm whether you can see what I'm writing on the screen? I'll also just check.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ठीक है दिख रहा ना ठीक great. चलो okay, so let's start the set. So he has a collection of exotic tokens. In all, he had 450 tokens, which are either white, blue, or green in color. Okay. And the tokens which he has are either rhombus or circular in shape. So there are two types of shapes, rhombus or circular. And in rhombus, he will have either white tokens, blue tokens, or green tokens. Okay, so of course he'll have all three types of tokens mostly. And in circle also, he'll have white, blue, or green tokens. Okay, great. And it also says that each token is worth rupees 20 or 30. And we know that the total number of tokens, which is including the cumulative number of rhombus and circles, is equal to 450. So this, before moving further, this points us to the fact that we want to make a table wherein we have highlighted all of this information, and I mean, we are able to store all the information. All right. So to store this information, I'll want to create a table, and let me just maybe, yeah, I think we'll have two tables here. Okay, one for rhombus and one for circle. So I can have this. I'll just mark all the values here as well. Okay. So, right here, and yeah, maybe one column. Yeah, okay. Okay. And I will have white, I have blue and green, right? So this looks good. Let's label this table as rhombus. Okay. And in this table, we have maybe I can use a different color to show this, maybe red. So I have white tokens, I have blue tokens, and I have green tokens. All right. And my token values can be of rupees 20 or 30. So either rupees 20 or rupees 30 are my token values. And this can be my total. Okay, maybe I want to make the total a little bigger. Uh, Total column so that I can fit, sorry, total column a little bigger. Yeah, I think this should do. Okay, great. So yeah, okay. So this can be my total on the right hand side. Okay, okay. So this makes sense. I hope this table makes sense to everybody. And same table I will create for rhombus, for circle. Okay, so for my circular values, I'll create the same table. Okay, maybe this big, maybe a little smaller. Yeah, and this I can have my ones, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, great. Okay. And I can have my rows as well. I'll just explain this once more, what I'm doing right here. So I know that there are two kinds of tokens which are, in terms of shapes, which are rhombus or circular. Okay. So there are two kinds of tables I'm making. So one for circular tokens and the other for rhombus tokens. And now in this, my tokens can be either white, blue, or green. And my value of these tokens can either be rupees 20 and rupees 30. So what does the total signify? Total signifies the total number of tokens. This 20 column signifies the number of tokens which are worth rupees 20. This 30 column signifies the number of tokens which are worth rupees 30. Okay, that is what I'm essentially trying to do here. Okay, so let's move forward. So the first clue, it says the number of white circular tokens. So circular is this table, okay, right here, right? And white circular tokens. So maybe I can put this as A. So total of white circular tokens. Okay, I'll use a different color only, something bright, or maybe, yeah. So white circular tokens, let's say I take that value as A, is equal to the number of blue rhombus tokens value of rupees 30. So blue rhombus of rupees 30. So blue rhombus of rupees 30 comes here. So we will put this as A. All right. I hope this is clear to everybody and no questions so far. Okay. Kunal, you can work in one table. It just maybe gets a little messy. I mean, while I was doing, I preferred to make two separate tables and it was easier for me to do so. So that's why I decided to go for two tables. But you can plan to work in one table also. That's completely fine. Okay. Let's move forward. So I'm assuming that, the white circular tokens are A, okay. And the clue tells me that white circular tokens is equal to blue rhombus tokens of value rupees 30. So I'm just equating all of that. The number of blue rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. So blue rhombus is this value right here, blue rhombus. So let's take this as B is equal to the number of green circular tokens of value rupees 30. So this is equal to B. Okay. The number of green rhombus shaped tokens. So green rhombus shaped tokens comes right here. Green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. So green value rupees 20. Let's say this is C. Is twice the number of green circular tokens of value rupees 20. So this value is 2 times of this value. So this value can be C by 2. Okay. Or if I want to avoid fractions, I can write that if I assume this value as C, since this value is 2 times of this value, I can write the green rhombus 20 rupees token value as 2C. Is everybody clear till here? Till clue number 3, is everybody okay? Does anybody have any questions so far? Clear? Okay, great. Okay. So let's move forward. Then, so the next clue says the total number of white tokens are 110. Okay. So total of white is what value? Total of white is circular white plus rhombus white. Okay. White of circular and rhombus is the total number of white tokens. And that value is given to me as 110. So this value, white circular plus rhombus, is given to me as 110. And I already know that white circular tokens is nothing but A. Okay. So A plus rhombus ka value is 110. Can I write rhombus ka value as 110 minus A? Yes, I can. I definitely can. Right. Now, why is this important? This will help me in creating lesser number of equations and linking values in a better format. Okay. So that's why I am doing this. So this value I can write as 110 minus A. I hope this logic is clear. This plus this is equal to 110, right? So if this is A, this value is 110 minus A. Okay. Okay, that is the essential concept. It's just common sense. That's what I am using right here. Okay. Chalo, let's move forward. And the total number of blue tokens are 160. So blue tokens, if you look at these values, blue rhombus tokens. So this is B plus A. Okay, I can write this as B plus A, right? And I know that the total number of blue tokens would not be nothing but this value plus this value, right? Blue of rhombus plus blue of circle. So I can do the same thing here. Since I know that blue of rhombus is B plus A, so blue of circular will be nothing but 160 minus in brackets B plus A. How do I arrive to this? Let me show this to you also. B plus A, this value is rhombus plus value of circular tokens. This value is equal to 160, right? So if this value is equal to 160, I am just taking both of this on the right hand side. So circular value will be nothing but 160 minus in brackets B plus A. Or if I want to write simpler, I can write minus B minus A, because everything is positive. When it goes to the other side, it will be negative. Okay, that is what I've done here. Okay, nothing else. Okay, chalo, let's move forward. This is also, I believe, clear to all of you. So let's go forward. Now, I look at clue number 5. Clue number 5 says number of green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20 Okay, green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. So it's talking about 2C, right? So maybe clue number 5 is talking about 2C. This is equal to sum of the number of white circular tokens of value rupees 30, white circular tokens of value rupees 30, plus the number of blue circular tokens of value rupees 30. So this 2C is equal to the sum of these two values. Now, the problem is I don't have any variables for white tokens of 30 rupees and blue tokens of 30 rupees, which are circular in shape. So I have one option to use more variables here, okay, and try to fit in more variables. Or the other thing what I can do is I can read my further clues. I can see whether am I getting some separate equations which are in B plus A, C, or B format, right? And if I don't get any equation, later on I can use clue number 5 and assign two more variables to these two values. So I have both the options. Okay, even if you assign variables here, it is not wrong. It's just maybe your solving can be a little easier if you go further and check. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to write partial clue number 5 here so that I know that I have to finish this later on. Okay. So for now, I'm going to clue number 6. So the number of white rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. So white rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20, this value. Okay. The number of blue circular tokens of value rupees 20, blue circular tokens of value rupees 20, which is this value, and number of green rhombus shaped tokens of rupees 30. Okay, green rhombus shaped token, which is value rupees 30, which is this value, they're all equal to 0. That means that I can just do nothing but fill 0, 0, and 0 right here. I can fill, these values. Okay. What does this give me? If you tell me that 20 plus 0 is equal to something, so what will this something be equal to? Tell me.
Minus 20.
Okay, let's say put this as A, for example. So 20 plus 0 is equal to A. So what is the value of A here?
20.
20, right?
20.
Everybody, right? So if this value is 20, can't I use the same logic for my missing cells? Let me just explain what I'm referring to. So if you look at rhombus column, okay, you look at green, rhombus green tokens. 2C plus 0 is equal to this value, which is the total value. So 2C plus 0 is equal to total. So the total will be nothing but 2C, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, 0 plus something is equal to 110 minus A. Doesn't it mean that this value is also 110 minus A? Because 110 minus A plus 0 will be equal to 110 minus A. Yes or no? Same logic I am using. 2C plus 0 is equal to 2C. 110 minus A plus 0 is equal to 110 minus A. Using the same logic. Same thing here I'm going to do, which is 0 plus something is equal to 160 minus B plus A. So this value is nothing but 160 minus B plus A. Is this part clear to all of you? Lastly,
Yes,
green will be nothing but equal to C plus B or B plus C. You can write it in whatever way. That's completely fine. ठीक है. अब हम लोग को जो values बचे वो white के बचे हैं बस. That's all. बाकी we've used all the other. We've found out all the other values. Well, in terms of equation, not the final values, but the equations. Okay. And we of course have two clues which are remaining as well. Okay. So what does this give us? The number of white rhombus tokens white rhombus shaped tokens, okay, of value rupees 30. So we are talking about this value right here. Okay. This is equal to 5 more than green, 5 more than the number of green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. Okay. So white rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 30, which is 110 minus A. Okay. This is nothing, but it is 5 more. So it is equal to 5 plus the number of green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. Green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20 is 2C. So this is equal to 5 plus 2C. ठीक है, दिस इज समथिंग वी गेट. अगर हम लोग को वेरिएबल्स एक साइड करना है एंड कॉन्सोनेंट्स दूसरे साइड, वेरिएबल्स एक साइड करना है एंड नंबर्स एक साइड करना है, इफ यू जस्ट टेक द वेरिएबल्स ऑन वन साइड, I can put A on the right and 5 on the left. I can rewrite this as 110 minus 5 is equal to 2C plus A, or I can write it as 2C plus A is equal to 105. Okay, this is my next inference. Again, this is something which we will be using in the later stage. That's why it is better to write it like this. Okay. Moving forward, the total number of rhombus shaped tokens are 50 more than the number of circular tokens. So total number of rhombus shaped tokens, rhombus shaped is white plus blue plus green. Okay. So rhombus is equal to 50 plus circular. If rhombus is equal to 50 plus circular, that means, and I know that my total number of tokens are 450. So I have to break 450 in such a way that one value is 50 more than the other value. That is essentially what I have to do. So if this value is equal to 250, then my value of circles will be equal to 200. That means the total number of rhombus tokens which I have is 250, and the total number of circular tokens which I have is 200. So I can just write this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you explain this part once more? Like, how did you find 250?
Sure, no problem. Were you able to understand this part, that rhombus is equal to 50 plus circle?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अब second equation मेरे पास क्या है कि rhombus plus circle is equal to 400. Okay. Sorry, 450, not 400, 450. Why? Because I am told in the equation, in the question at the start, in all, he had 450 tokens, which are either white, blue, or green in color. Okay. So if the total is 450, and I know that rhombus is equal to 50 plus circle, I can just substitute this here. 50 plus circle is equal to 450. So 50 and 450, if you minus that, you get 400 is equal to 2 circles. So you just divide this and you get 200 is equal to circle. So if you get 200 as circle, rhombus is 50 more than circle. So rhombus is 250. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And logically also, you can do this. Well, you don't need to solve it through these equations. You can do it logically also. The logic is that 50 rhombus is 50 more than circles. So you want to break 450 in such a way that the difference of two numbers is going to be 50. So if you just think about it a little, if you just get a bit better at additions and numbers, you'll easily be able to visualize that this is 250 and this is 200. वो धीरे धीरे करके विजुअलाइजेशन आ जाता है. ठीक है, it will take some time, but you'll be able to get there. ठीक है. Anyway, so that's beside the point. That is not what I wanted to discuss right now. Coming back to the question. So we've used all the 8 clues, but remember we had marked that clue number 5 we have to use later on. Okay. So let's look at clue number 5 now. So what does clue number 5 say? The number of green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20. Okay, so green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20, which is 2C. This is equal to the sum of white circular tokens of value rupees 30. Okay, and number of blue circular tokens of value rupees 30. Blue circular tokens of value rupees 30, this part. So if I put this as D, okay, if I put this value as D, for example, okay, if I put the white 30 circular tokens of rupees 30 white ones as D, then 2C is nothing but the sum of number of white circular tokens of value rupees 30, which is D, plus Y, because it's a sum, and number of blue circular tokens of value rupees 30, which is nothing but 160 minus B plus A. Okay, remember how did we get this 160 minus B plus A? We got it from here. Okay, so this is now the equations which I have. So I have two equations here. 2C is equal to D plus 160 minus B plus A. I have one more equation here. 2C plus A is equal to 105. Now, see, we have four variables which I want to find the values of: A, B, C, and D. If I find the values of those, I will be able to solve the question. Now, before I move forward, I just want to finish this value. 20 will be nothing but A minus D. Why? Because A is larger. Because the total is A. Okay, so let's say for example, this was 50. Okay, so total minus 30 will be equal to the value of 20, right? So 50 minus D would have been equal to this value 20 right here. So I don't know this total value, what this total value is. That's why I'm just assuming this to be A minus D, which completes my equations. Okay, the entire amount of equations. Now, how do I proceed further? First, before proceeding further, I want to ask everybody, is everything till here clear? सबको ये पूरा टेबल कैसे फिल हुआ है इक्वेशंस में? इज दैट पार्ट क्लियर? एवरीथिंग?
Yes, sir.
सर ये क्लू नंबर 5 एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए।
क्लू नंबर 5 पर ये कह रहा है कि नंबर ऑफ ग्रीन रॉम्बस टोकन्स ऑफ वैल्यू रुपीज 20. So green rhombus tokens of value rupees 20, which is 2C. Okay, this value, ठीक है, this value, one second, sorry, ये कहाँ चल गया? Yeah, sorry, हाँ, 2C, which is the number of green rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 20, is equal to the sum of number of white circular tokens of value rupees 30. उसको मैंने D assume कर लिया. So इसका value is equal to D plus the number of circular tokens, blue circular tokens of value rupees 20, of value rupees 30, sorry. So that is 160 minus B plus A. So that is all. ठीक है, तो I've just written that in the equation form. Okay, चलो, let's now move further. Now, what all things do I have which I have not used? I know that the total of rhombus is 250. I know that the total of circles is 200. So if I know the total of rhombus and circles, can't I try to total these values and try to see if I can find a relation? Let's try that out. So first look at rhombus. Rhombus is equal to 250. So that is nothing but 110 minus A, which is the total of whites of rhombus, plus B plus A, which is nothing but total of blues of rhombus, plus 2C is equal to 250. Okay. Now here minus A and plus A will get cancelled. So, and this 110 I can take on the right side. So this equation will turn into nothing but B plus 2C, because I am left with this value and this value, is equal to 250 minus 110, which is equal to 140. So I get another equation, B plus 2C is equal to 140 from here. Okay. Now, let's move one step further and try to see what can I find from the value of circles. Okay, from the total of circles, what can I find? So this is equal to 200 is equal to nothing but total of white of circles, which is A, plus 160 minus B plus A, which is nothing but total of blues of circles, plus C plus B. Okay, this is entirely is equal to 200. Now, when I expand this minus, when I expand here, this will become 1A plus 160 minus B minus A. All right, I'll just expand and write it here. So this will become 160 minus B minus A. This is typical opening of equations. Okay, if you have A minus B plus C like this, so when you open this bracket, your minus gets multiplied on both the values. Okay, so this will be A minus B minus C. That's how you open the bracket. So if you had any confusion there, you can, you know now how to open the bracket. So this minus B and plus B will get cancelled. This minus A and plus A will get cancelled. So this will be nothing but 160 plus C is equal to 200. So you have to fill in the blanks basically. What will you add to 160 to make 200? So that whatever you'll add is equal to 40, right? Because 160 plus 40 is equal to 200. So that gives us the value of C. So value of C you can substitute everywhere. Okay. So this was 2C. So this will be 80. This will be 40. Okay. This is 40 plus B. I'm going to come to B a little later. Okay. वो हम लोग को मिल जाएगा. From these equations, you'll put, C as 40 here, C as 40 here. You'll get the values of A and B as well. Okay. I'm just going to get that done. पहले I'll just fill the values of C. So this is also equal to 2C. So this is also equal to 80. Okay. Okay. Now, and this is 40 plus B. So 2C is nothing but 40 into 2. So 40 into 2 is 80. 80 plus B is equal to 140. So this B is equal to 80. Sorry, B is equal to 60. Okay, because 60 plus 80 is equal to 140. So when B is equal to 60, you can substitute all these values here as well. And now B ke values B you can substitute. So you will find that this is 60. This is equal to 100. Okay. Again, this is also 60. Okay. Similarly, this is 80 and plus A is equal to 105. So A is equal to 25. Okay. So A ka value mil jata hai 25. So you can get A right here as 25. This value is equal to 85. Sorry, 85. Yeah. 110 minus 25 is equal to what? It is also equal to 85. Okay. So because 85 plus 25 is equal to 105, 110. So this is also equal to 85 because this value was 110 minus A. So 110, all I've done is 110 minus 25 because this value was originally A. Okay. So, and similarly, this value also comes out to be 85. Similarly, यहाँ पे नीचे भी you can do the same thing. You can find this value. This was equal to A, so this is 85. Okay, 160 minus B plus A. B plus A is nothing but A is 25 and B is 60. So this value is equal to 85. Okay, if this value is equal to 85, then 160 minus 85 is nothing but what? 75, right? So that means that this value is equal to 75. Similarly, this value also is equal to 75. You can cross verify also 75 plus 85, right? You can just check the values also here. Okay, and you'll find that, everything should add up. Okay. Anyway, coming back to A and D. Okay, how do we use these? How do we find A minus D and D? तो हम लोग को पता है कि this value A minus D of course is equal to I mean, see, there are two ways to do this. You know that this is sorry, wait, did I do a mistake? Wait. This will not be 85. Sorry, wait. It ऊपर वाले 85 में बस sorry. Oops. Wait. Yeah, this value is equal to A, right? Sorry for that mistake. This value is equal to A, and A is nothing but, I'll just write it here. A is equal to 25. Okay, so I thought I'm making some mistake here. So this will not be 85, but this will actually be 25. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, that does not change the lower values. This is regardless going to be 85. Sorry, 75. Okay, because you have 160 minus in brackets, you have B. The value of B is 60 and plus A, which is 25. So this value comes out to be 85, and 85 plus 75 is equal to 160. So this is 75 and this is also 75. Yeah, this will get us to the total. Okay, so you can add up this total also. You can see that this is equal to 200, which matches this. So that means your total column is correct, right? You can see that this also, should match to 250, which it will, okay, because this is 85 plus 85 is 170, and 170 plus 80 is 250. So 250 also matches right here. So that means you're not making any mistake. Okay, now you have two ways to solve the final equation. You have D right here. Okay, so you can uh, plug in 2C as 80, right? And you can plug this entire value as 75, right? With this, you find out that, let me make this a little clearer. Okay, let me erase some of the aspects. Of course, I want to note down that C is equal to 40, A is equal to 25, and B is equal to 60. Okay. So you will get nothing but 80 is equal to, I'm just copying things from here. 80 is nothing but equal to D plus 75. So this will give you D as 5, right? So this gives you D as 5. Otherwise, you could have done it from here also. Okay, yahan se bhi you can do, but that is not required. Okay. So you can get this value. So this is 5. And this is nothing. This plus this is equal to this. So white of 20 and white of 30 is equal to total. So this is nothing but 20. So that completes the table. I hope this part is clear to all of you, how we have arrived to these values, right? And now we will go to the questions. Okay. So let me go to the next page. And let me is anything which is not important. So there'll be some further calculations here. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, there's nothing to panic about or anything. Yeah. So D is equal to 5. Yeah. So what is the total worth of white tokens with Reach? Now, this question is not asking specific of rhombus or circle. So you will take both. Total of white tokens. Okay. So how many 20 rupees tokens does Reansh have? 0 in rhombus and 20 in circular. So this is 0 into 20 plus 20 into 20. Now, why am I multiplying this 20 here? This is because white tokens are of either worth rupees 20 or worth rupees 30. So I am just looking at the values, which values, are fitting in here. So यहाँ पे white of rhombus signifies this value, and white circular of rhombus is this value, right? So of course, this to of course is equal to 0, तो ये तो लेने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. But the other value, which is equal to 400, is the value of 20 rupees tokens. But हम लोगों को किसका पूछा है? Of all white tokens with Reansh. So all का होगा तुम्हें, you have to take the value of 30 also. So 85 plus 5 is equal to 90. So you will add plus 90 into 30. So 30, because each token is worth rupees 30. So 90 tokens into 30 comes out to be 2700. So total worth of white tokens with Reansh is nothing but 3100. Okay, this is the answer to the first question. All right. Let me erase these equations so that I have enough space to write. Yeah. Okay. I hope this question is clear. Okay. Second question. What is the difference in the number of circular tokens of value rupees 30? So difference in number of circular tokens of value rupees 30. So value rupees 30, circular tokens are what? 5 plus 75, 80. 85 plus 60, 80 plus 60 is 140. So 140 is the circular tokens, and number of rhombus shaped tokens of value rupees 30, and number of value of rhombus shaped tokens. So this is 85 plus 25. This is 110. So this value will be nothing but 140 minus 110. So which is equal to 30. So the answer to this second question is rupees is the value rupees value 30 tokens. That is the the total number of tokens, which is the difference of circular and rhombus of rupees 30, is also 30 tokens. Okay. The next question, what is the total number of tokens having value rupees 20? So total number of tokens, this is 140 and this is 20, 40, 60. Okay, so this is 200 tokens of value rupees 20. Okay, I've done nothing, just added the values from the table. T is the ratio of number of white circular tokens of value rupees 20. White circular tokens of value rupees 20, which is 20. 2, so is 2. A number of blue rhombus tokens of value rupees 30, so which is 25. Okay, so 20 is to 25. This is nothing but what? 4 is to 5, right? So 4 by 5. What is the value of ours? 4 by 5 or 0.8. Okay, so I mean, for those of you who don't know how to visualize fractions, you just divide by this by 5. So you will get 4 here, you will get 5 here, and you will get 4 here. Okay, ratios can be expressed as fractions as well, right? So this will come out to be 4 by 5. Okay. And 4 by 5 is nothing but 0.8. Okay, in decimal.
Just one question in this.
Yeah.
So do we need to write in the fraction or in the decimal in the exam?
मतलब एग्जाम में क्या होता है कि होल नंबर्स ही आते हैं क्वेश्चन में. सो एग्जाम में यू विल नॉट get this question, you'll get a other question, because exam you cannot enter decimals. Okay, otherwise if you would get this question in the exam, you will get either fractions or decimals in options. You will not get this as a theta question in the exam. Okay, because exam you cannot enter decimals in theta, you can only enter whole numbers in the exam. Okay, whole numbers are like 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you cannot enter decimals or fractions in the exam. Okay, approximately what percentage of total worth was present in the form of white tokens with Reyansh? So in the form of white tokens, so total white tokens 25 hai. But you will not solve it like this. You'll solve it. ये तो पहले भी हो गया ना. अच्छा, this is the same. Okay, what percentage पूछा है तुमसे? So total of white tokens तो तुम्हें पता है 3100 है. All right. So I'll just explain the question to you guys. So 3100 is the total value of white tokens. Okay, now this value with compare this value to the total number of worth of tokens which he could have. Okay, so that is what is being asked. So total worth kitna hoga? That will be like this will be, this is 140. Okay, and this is 60. So 200 into 20. Okay, which is nothing but 8,000. Sorry, 4,000. Plus 85 plus 25 is 110, right? 110 plus 80 and 60. Okay, so 80 plus 60, 140. So 250 into 30, which is nothing but, I hope I'm making this correct. Just re-verify. 110, 80, 60, 140. Yeah, 250 plus 30, which is 7,500. So 7,500 plus 4,000 is nothing but 11,500. So 3,100 divided by 11,500 is the value you want to find. So this is 31 by 115. इसका अगर तुम्हें exact value निकालना है, तो I'll just tell you how you can find out a close value. ठीक है? So 31 by 115. This is what we've come to. So 10% of 115 is nothing but 11.5. Okay, so when 10% is 11.5, 20% will be nothing but 23. So I can rewrite this fraction as 23 by 115 plus 8 by 115. I've done nothing, but I've broken this fraction into two parts. Which is 23 plus 8. Okay, and when I break the fraction in two parts in addition, I have to keep the denominator the same. All right, so isliye 23 by 115, and I know that this value is equal to 20%. Why is this value equal to 20%? Because 10% of 115 is 11.5. So into 2 when I do, so I will get the value of 20%, which is 23. Okay. So 23 plus 8 by 150, you can go into 1% range now. Okay. And isme you can just you should know this. Okay. But if you do you guys know what 15 into 7 is? So you can just, I mean, if you even if you don't know, so you can just see that 15 into 10 is 150, right? So just divide by 2. So half will be half will be 75, and 75 may you just add 30, so that is 105. So even if you don't remember, which you should, what 15 into 7 is, you can still calculate it in a easier format. Okay, which is how I was calculating it, was 15 into 5 plus 15 into 2. Okay, so 15 into 5 को calculate करने के लिए कुछ नहीं करना, मुझे 15 into 10 करना है, which is equal to 150, and I divide this value by 2, which is 75. Okay, then 15 into 2 is 30. Okay, so I know that this value is 105. Okay, so when I know this value is 105, this value is what? This is 15 into 7. Okay, so 105 अगर 15 into 7 है, तो इसका अगर मैं 10% वैल्यू लूंगा, alright, तो that will be something else and 1% will be something else, right? मतलब इसका अगर if I take 10% of this value, that will be equal to 10.5, right? So what does that signify? This value, this 10.5 signifies, I'm coming to the value of the question also. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just trying to teach you something related to percentages. What this essentially tells me that it's either 1.5 into 7, okay, or it is 15 into 0.7. I can write it as both ways. When I take 10% of this value, okay, when I take 15 into 7, and whatever value I get right here, which is 105, I take 10% of this total, I can distribute it to either of the two sides. Okay, either I can take 10% of this value, or I can take 10% of this value. Why I am telling you this is because 1.5 into 7 might be a tough calculation for you. You will feel that decimals are tough. So in that case, you do nothing, but you just do 15 into 7. All right. You find out the total value, which is 105, and then find the 10% value. Take the 10% value, which is nothing but shifting the decimal place one place to the left. So that gives you the value of 10.5, which will be equal to nothing but 1.5 into 7 as well. Anyway, coming back to what we were discussing. So right now, what I want to find, let me just get rid of all of this. Right now, what I want to find is I have taken, 11.5 as my 10% value of 115. Okay. Now, if I take 1% value of 115, this is nothing but shifting the decimal places 2 places to the left. So I will get 1.15. Now, I should know that when I multiply this value into 6, okay, so with the rule of percentages and all I'm doing is I am increasing this value by 15%. Okay, now let me just explain this part also very quickly. But see, these are ways through which you can do your calculations in your mind without using a calculator. Okay, you might seem like at the moment it feels very tough, but when you practice, it will be simple only. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is when you do 6 into, you want to increase 6 by 15%. When you want to increase 6 by 15%, you do nothing but 6 into 1.15. This is the mathematical way of increasing 6 by 15%. Okay, if you want to increase 6 by 20%, the mathematical way of doing is multiplied by 1.20. Okay, so when you want to increase 6 by 15%, this will be nothing but 6 into 10% of 6, which is 0.6, plus 5% of 6, which is 0.3. So 15% increase of 6 would be 6.9. Okay. Now, why am I now showing you this? When I increase 6 by 15%, or when I multiply 6 by 1.15, it essentially means coming back to my calculation, which I was doing, that this value, which is 8, okay, what percentage does it fall into? Because I know right now that I have found that this 31 by 115 is at least greater than 20%. I had found that out by 23 by 115. I had already done that. Okay. Now I am trying to find out how big is 8 by 150. Is it 5%, 6%, 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%? So when I increased 6 by 15%, or I multiplied 6 by 1.15, I found out that this value is 6.9. This is less than 8. So that means that this value, okay, 8 by 115 is somewhere between 26% to 27%. All right. So this is the percentage way of finding out decimals. Okay, there are different ways also. You can do this on the calculator also. All right, that is not a problem. But I just wanted to give you a glimpse of how you could tackle a situation like this if you want to get to a close enough value, how you can do this through percentages as well. Okay, so essentially that is what I wanted to tell, and this completes the set then. So iska jo answer hoga, approximately what percentage of total worth was present in form of white tokens. So this is will be equal to 26 to 27%. Okay, of course greater than 26%. So round off karna hai to you can take 27% as your value. Okay, so that is the answer. So this completes the set, right? And this essentially completes the session also, what I wanted to discuss. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, you guys want to ask anything, you guys can feel free to. Otherwise,
So,
yeah, हाँ बताओ.
sir, one last time, can you explain in the first box there is 85 plus 85 in the right row. Can you explain that once more?
Which one? Sorry.
In the first box there is
This one.
in the first row 85 plus 85.
Yeah. So see, this you remember how this value was wait, this is
Yes,
8.
110 minus
This
8.
was 110 minus A. This was also 110 minus A. You remember this, right?
Yes, sir.
So I know that the value of A is 25. Okay. I have found that out. Okay. I found out the value of A as 25. So when I found out the value of A as 25, I just have to do 110 minus 25 to get to 85. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. हम लोग को equations मिला था ना कुछ कुछ इस तरह का weight. Our equations was something like 2C plus A is equal to something, 2C plus B is equal to something. इस तरह से हम लोग को equations मिला था ना. तो through that, I think this was equal to 105 and this was equal to 140, right? Because 80 plus 60, yeah. हाँ, तो ये मिला था हम लोग को, and we had gotten another equation. Wait, let me just erase this. We had gotten another equation which said that 2C is equal to D plus 160 minus A plus B, right? I think this was the equation, 85, 75. हाँ. So this was another equation, right? And हम लोग को A और B के values के लिए हम लोग को यहाँ से एक equation मिला था from this part, which हाँ, तो this gave us this, यहाँ से इनका जब हम लोगों ने total निकाला था, तो we had gotten that C is equal to 40. Okay, when C is equal to 40, तो 2C is equal to 80. When 2C is equal to 80, तो A का value वहाँ से 25 आया था. All right, and similarly B का value वहाँ से 60 आया था. All right, so that's why this value is 85 and this value is also 85, because 110 minus 8, 110 minus 85, 110 minus 25 is equal to 85. Okay, Aditi, I hope you are able
Yes,
to.
sir. It's clear.
ठीक है, चलो, ओके.
सर
हाँ
सर मुझे एक बार क्लू नंबर 5 का पता करना था.
हाँ, क्या हुआ क्लू नंबर 5 में?
सर वो एक बार बता देंगे फिर से.
क्लू नंबर 5 बोल रहा था कि मतलब आई जस्ट एक्सप्लेन द लॉजिक बिहाइंड इट. क्या बोल रहा था वो? So clue number 5 was saying the number of green rhombus shaped tokens of value ₹20. तो green rhombus वाले values यहाँ पे थे इस table में, green rhombus shaped tokens of value ₹20. So this value essentially is equal to, so this, ठीक है, ये हम लोग का 2C था, okay, this was equal to 2C. So 2C is equal to, wait, I'll just erase this, to the sum of, so sum of, there are two numbers, okay, so there will be some number here plus some number here. Sum of the white circular tokens of value ₹30, white circular tokens of value ₹30, which was white circular tokens is this one, okay, so this value, okay, this was, we found that this was value of D, plus, and because यहाँ पे and दिया हुआ है, to the sum of this and this, इसलिए हम लोग यहाँ पे एक प्लस ऐड किया था, and number of blue circular tokens of value ₹30. So blue circular tokens of value ₹30, this part, this value we had found out, which जो भी हम लोग का 75 है, this value actually was 160 minus a plus b patch. तो इसलिए यहाँ पे 160 minus a plus b आ गया था, ठीक है?
यस सर।
समझ आया कैसे इक्वेशन राइट किया? ठीक है, चलो, ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स एनीबॉडी?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ये आपको ना,
Sir, can you take up roots and network diagrams in LR?
you want me to take a session on it?
Yeah, yeah.
ठीक है, ओके, I'll get that done next week में ले लेता हूँ, मतलब coming week I'll take it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, anything else, guys? Otherwise I'm done. You guys want to ask something strategy related or anything, so you guys can ask me. Otherwise, I mean, I'll be here for 5 minutes. So if you guys want to ask anything, so you guys can feel free to. Otherwise, you guys can leave, and next session, I think 1:00 7 has come. So you guys can join that.
Thank you, sir.
चलो, ठीक है, ठीक है, thanks, I'll glad.
थैंक यू सर।
Yes. चलो, thanks guys, thank you. चलो, when will the solution of minicat? अभी तक नहीं upload हुआ है? Okay, that is weird. Which minicats? रौनक मुझे एक बार टेलीग्राम में मैसेज कर दो प्लीज. I'll just have a look immediately and see what is the status. 2022 अक्षय, 22, 23, 24, तीनों years. Okay, sure, Raman, I'll do that. Minicat 3, तीनों के नहीं uploaded है? अच्छा, okay, I'll have a look. I'll just have a look and see what is to be done. I mean, last year was the best Akshay, and even मतलब तीनों साल ही were great, but मतलब अभी I've given some interviews and let's see अगर कोई calls आता है तो I'll get to them. चलो, ठीक है, चलो, I'll end the session and thank you. 24 में ही था अक्षय, ठीक है, ठीक है, चलो, thank you, thanks to all of you. Okay.